I don't know if this is going to pick up on camera. I can hear my son talking about bubbles. Oh, he's doing bubbles outside. That's what he's talking about. Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today on Phenomenal Beauty. So November favourites. So there's a Sephora Pro Contour Kabuki. Number 82 brush. So that's the little case. I like the idea of the case. It can stand up, lie down. Not that we travel a lot, but it's kind of cool to store it in. Soft and Dense has washed up well, but it just hugs my face so very well when applying liquid foundations, particularly creams, my BB creams. I mix the BB creams together, or I'll mix the BB creams with my liquid foundations, and it's been absolutely wonderful. It really hugs the face there and the curves. It also, let's get these glasses off. Also get into the narrower parts of my face, so when I'm concealing or correcting under the eye, I can apply my creams or liquids under there, and then I can pat the powder under the eye to set it. So I really like that as well. So highlight, yeah, and then just like I said, getting around my face. The other thing that I picked up too is the Hourglass, what's the full name? The Ambient Lighting Edit Surreal Light Palette. Hold on, loving the whole thing. I've been using all of these sort of daily face. So obviously the blushes, I'll put that on, and then I'll do this on the apples and just sort of sheer it out, and then I have that over my matte contour. I'll use that as the bronzer, and then that as the highlight. And I've been really enjoying my old e.l.f. brush to get the actual strobe light, because I've never tried the strobe light, the real strobe light. Absolutely been loving it as a highlight, so really enjoying that one. So I can see why people have been enjoying the strobe lights, and the case feels pretty solid. I've actually dropped it a few times from this IKEA desk height onto the wooden floor, and it's actually been fine. So it's a solid little case. Other things, this is my Barry M liquid liner, and it's just black. I really love this. I've been slowly getting back into using liquid eyeliners. There was a time there I used them all the time, but yeah, I've sort of been off them a little bit. But it's a beautiful jet black, so not a blue black or a brown black, a proper black. But I love it. And oh, blush. I tried this. This is from the Crop range, and I got this at Kohl's. So I've been wanting to try this for a little while, but I have enjoyed it. This is their Natural Cosmetics range, Natural Mineral Pressed Blush in Bouquet. That's it. I was like, what's the colour? And as you can see, so you get 4 shades. So I've been loving the plum and the apricot, either or, wearing them depending on, we're just mixing them all together. So it is matte. They are sort of flat colours. I must admit that this little light pink one is a little bit chalky on my skin, but the rest are really well, and it doesn't really matter when I mix the 4 of them together. But that's that plummy shade there, so it's sort of cooler, which I like. And where's my brush? I've been enjoying my old Real Techniques, I can't remember what this is, the setting brush. I've actually been using that. Instead of under my eyes, I'll use this to get in if I just want one of the colours. So one of the things coming back on here, one of the favourite things that I've been doing is breaking out all of my brushes and sort of using them for different things, which is why I showed you the e.l.f. brush. So it doesn't have to be high end. Or as far as a gloss, I've been enjoying this one. I got this a little while ago and I forgot to show it in the haul. This is the Essence Cosmetics XXXL glosses, and this is a number 37 Watermelon. It's a beautiful colour. Obviously we're now in summer, but it was great in spring as well, and I've been mixing them with a lot of my other colours. They mix really well, so it doesn't have shimmer to it, which is what I like. It's a nice gel, as you can see, quite opaque. It's actually get quite a lot of colour payoff on there. Beautiful watermelon. Also it's Miss Watermelon, number 37 Miss Watermelon, and like I said, they were $4 or so. I've still been loving my Exact Eyelights from Covergirl mascara, which I mentioned in the Ride or Die tag, but I've been getting into the 705, the Black Ruby, which is, you know, made really for enhancing green eyes, but I've been loving the one for brown eyes, and I've also used the one for blue eyes, which is the Black Sapphire, which has, it's basically a navy mascara, a very dark navy mascara with very fine shimmer to it. And this one is actually, and unlike the name, it says Black Ruby. Where's the one I've been using? So I stocked up when they were on special. Oh, it doesn't show. It's a bit dry on this bit rather than the one. But yeah, it's like a deep brownish purple with the silver shimmer. So they all have very, very fine shimmer. Yeah, I always try and pick the Covergirl up whenever it's on special at Priceline or Woolworths or Coles or wherever. So that's that. Probably another favourite is just having short hair. Okay, for me this is short. Obviously it's not short. It's just now touching my shoulders. But again, I chopped off quite a bit. It was sort of over her. So pretty much as long as it is now, that's how much I cut off. But I have been enjoying wearing headbands and clipping it back and just having all that weight off, obviously now for summer too, just with the humidity we have here. But I am thinking of saving up to get the keratin smoothing treatment sometime, because that was definitely a favourite. I enjoyed both the ones I did, the keratin, the trichovetic and the guava latino, although I did prefer the trichovetic treatment, mainly because they did everything in this line, whereas the guava latino I had to leave it in for 3 days and then wash it out, whereas I thought they're quite pricey. I would prefer everything done in this salon if you're paying that high price point. But a fail is definitely this one, and I did try lots of, try and make this work. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Fixing Mist. So I've, followed the instructions. I've tried all like powders and liquids and creams, sprayed it 20 to 25 centimeters away from the face. I've tried the X. I've tried, what else did it say, the T. I've tried patting it off. I've obviously shake it really well, because it's got that white sort of powdery stuff in it. But I have found when I've been wearing it out, maybe it's just the heat or the humidity, maybe an hour or so into the day, these little white patches. First I couldn't work out what it was. I was going, what, and then eventually clicked. It was actually this. Even though I'm mixing it thoroughly, and then I ended up adding extra water, even though it says the first part of it is water, then there's alcohol and all the other ingredients in it. Whatever there is in here just wasn't mixing. It just wasn't mixing very well. Yes, and then I tried spraying this, and I tried spraying just my water over the top of it, thinking that might help, or spraying it and dabbing it, spraying it and fanning it, spraying it, something like this, or the hairdryer. Maybe I thought if I dried it quicker, it happened to be in my batch or something, but it could be possibly that maybe it's gone off or something in the heat. Maybe that's another sort of reason. So yeah, it's a shame about that. But while I haven't mentioned this, I showed you, this is a favourite. I mean, obviously handheld mini fans aren't new, and this is just a battery operated one, but this actually works. I can't believe how well, it really works really well for the size of it, because I mean I've tried obviously lots of different ones over the years since I've been in Australia, but for the size of it, 2 AA batteries and all that, it actually does really well. So I originally got one for my son, a little orange one, a little orange man. I got a purple one for myself, and I think they were $7.95 just from the chemist. I can't remember the name of the brand though, it's like not on here. And it's just those foam ones like you get on a lot of kids novelty things. So obviously it's kids safe. I did forget this. I know my eyebrows are shocking. I know they're thin and I overplucked. I followed the trend in the 90s, but I've been getting back into powders. So powders and all that. So going into my old MAC eyeshadows and actually using powder, and I've been really enjoying this brush. Again, breaking out my brushes. But yeah, so this one, it's from Langnickel. It's the Silk range, and green line I believe was it was a bamboo zip case that came in the set. So this is the eyeliner brow GL8. Love it. Anyway, 9 seconds, but so thanks so much for watching. Leah, if you tried any of their products that I mentioned, feedback below please. Thanks so much.